Hi beautiful people, welcome back to yet another tutorial video. My name is Vivian. So in today's video we'll be learning how to make this beautiful two-piece, a trouser with a cargo pocket and a button down shirt for a baby boy. If this is the kind of tutorial you're interested in watching, please help me like the video, drop your comment, let me know what you think on the comment section. And guys, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't joined yet. After that, let's get started. Here I have the front and the back piece. For the front is not on fold, and you can see I marked 2 inches space allowance for my button, and the back is placed directly on the 2 inches mark. I'm going to fold it in this way later and press it down and sew it for my button. So all the measurement I'll be taking will be taken directly from this 2 inches line that I marked. The first measurement I took is my baby's shoulder measurement, which is 9 inches divided by 2 gave me 4.5. From that point, I came down by half an inch. That will serve as the shoulder slant. So the neck width I used about 2 inches for the neck width. And for the neck depth, I came down by half an inch for the back. And after that, I went ahead to curve it. So after when I'm done curving it, I'm going to just slant that half an inch back to the neck width for the shoulder slant. So from this point, I will come down and mark the armhole space. Okay, if you have not watched the size chart for children, please refer back to my channel and watch that size chart. That will help you a lot for any age that you are going to sew clothes for. I have size chart for them. So I'm just going to draw a line like this. This will serve as my my chest line. On this chest line, I'm going to mark his chest measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch allowance and 1 inch ease. And after that, I'll curve it to get my armhole. So I'll place my tape like this to get the full length of the shirt that I'm making. And then I'll add 1 inch for hemming. And after that, I'll go ahead and just draw a line like this. So here I'm going to mark the hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch is and 1 inch sewing allowance. You can go ahead and mark the exact thing that you got on your chest measurement, but for me I use the hip measurement here. And after that, I'm just going to go ahead and mark the line here. For the neck depth for front, I used about 2 inches here, but later I extended it to 2.5 inches because I wanted the neck to go down very well. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out, following all the lines that I just marked. I'll cut the neck first for the front, then I'm going to raise it up, mark the neck for the front, and then cut it. After that, I'm just going to follow every other line and cut it out. So after cutting it, I have my back and my front here. The next thing I want to do is to go and fold the button area. So now I'm going to fold it this way. First, I'm going to iron it down. Then I'm going to fold this one first, and then fold it again to meet the 2 inches mark that I have there. I'll use my hemming gun to press it down first so it's easy to stitch. After pressing it, this is what I have. I've also used my stitch to hold it. You can see how it is looking. You can fold it into the wrong side or fold it to the right side. Just make sure the sewing is neat. And for the neck, like I said before, I was going to extend it. Now I just extended it with 2.5 inches. Now the next thing I want to do is to join these shoulders. Okay, so I'm going to place it this way, right side facing right side, and I'm going to hold it this way and stitch the shoulder. So I'll go and do that now and come back. So after stitching the shoulder, this is how it is looking like. The next thing I want to do is to work on the sleeve. So to cut out the sleeve, I'm going to place this like this, and then I'll use my tape to measure it round like this. Make sure you keep slanting it while you're measuring it. So yeah, whatever I have is what I'll use to cut my sleeve. So now I'm going to fold my sleeve like this. For that sleeve, I got about 8 inches. I'm going to mark here to make sure that I have the exact measurement that I have there. So now from this up, I'm going to come down by 2 inches to serve as my cap's height. Okay, so then I'm going to just draw a line like this and then also slant a line like this. So after drawing this line, I'm going to place my tape like this to get the middle point of this line that I just slanted. And then I'm going to mark it this way. So when I'm done marking it, here I'm just going to curve it in a little and then curve it upward a little this way, just like you're marking an S line, okay, S shape. So curve it in downward and up. So here I'm going to place my tape here and get the full length of the sleeve that I want. You can use 3/4 inch, you can use 3/4 sleeve or full sleeve. Here I'm going to mark 5.5 inches, and here I marked 4.5 inches. After that, I'm just going to connect it together. Go ahead and cut it and use it to cut out the second sleeve. Okay, follow the shapes and cut it, then cut out the second sleeve. So I'm done cutting out the second sleeve. Before I go ahead to sew it on the main dress, I'm going to notch the center, so I'll be able to recognize the center of this sleeve. Okay, now I'm bringing the main bodice of this dress. Now I'm going to just place it this way, right side, this notched area, make sure it's placed directly on the shoulder line, right side facing right side. I'm going to sew from this end, from this point to this end, and from the middle again to the other end. I'll do the same thing to both sleeve, and then I'll go ahead and hem the sleeve afterward. So after sewing it and hemming it, this is how it is looking like. Now I'm going to turn this dress to the wrong side. Okay, when I turn it to the wrong side, I'll hold the both sleeves together like this, and I'm going to sew using 1 inch, sew till I get to the point where I want to stop, because I want this shirt to have a slit at the down. Okay, so I'm going to take about 3 inches, then I'm going to now fold the end. So after stitching it, this is how it is looking like. I'm done stitching the side, and this is the point I marked for the slit. I'm going to just iron it down with hemming gum. Now the next thing is to work on the neck area. Okay, I'm going to place my tape like this and then measure around the neck area to cut out the neck collar. So you can see what I have here. I have about 12.5 inches. Now I've cut out this piece for my collar. Okay, on fold I have about 1.5 inches, and you can see that I placed a hemming gum on one side of the collar. So now I'm going to mark out the exact thing I have there. Remember, on the round collar that I measured, I have 12.5 inches. So I'm going to place my tape like this and mark the exact thing that I have. So after marking it, this is what I have here. So now I'm going to turn it over to the wrong side to stitch it. Just make sure you mark it like this. Mark the point very well, so you'll be able to know where you're sewing. So turn it to the wrong side like this, then sew from that point that you just marked. You can just slant it to give it that color effect. Okay, just slant it from that point, just slant it and sew like this, and also sew this one from that point, slant it and sew like this, and turn it over to the right side. So after sewing it, this is what I have. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the right side, and after that I'll go ahead and use my iron to iron it very well. Just give it a good press so it can wrap very well. So after pressing it, this is what is looking like. Now the next thing is to join it to the neck area. Okay, so I'm going to place it this way, from this point, right side facing right side. You're going to place it this way, and then you sew with one. Okay, from the down you're going to sew like this, sew it all the way around. You're not stitching the two, just stitch where you put the hemming gum. You can see what I'm showing you. Stitch it till you get to the end. You can see I've already done stitching it, and this side is still open. So now I'm just going to do it this way. Fold it in like this, just a little, and top stitch from the inside. Okay, just fold it in and keep top stitching from the inside, following the line that you just sewed. Keep top stitching till you get to the other end to close it up. So after top stitching, this is how it is looking like. You can see how neat this collar is looking like. Go ahead and iron it and press it, and this is exactly what you're going to have. So you can see that the shirt is almost done. Now I want to sew the pocket I have on the shirt. So for sew that pocket, here I have this piece. So for the length of the piece I have for this pocket, I have 5 inches, and for the width I have 6 inches. So I have 5 by 6. Now I'm going to, the next I want to do is just fold it in like this from the right side. Okay, and then you're going to sew using 1/2 inch. Sew it this way, just as if you are doing your cargo pocket. After that, go ahead and press it down. So after pressing it down, this is what I have. Now I'm going to hem the upper part of this pocket. I'm just going to fold it in once and fold it again to sew it. After sewing the upper one, then I'm going to now fold the side and use my iron to press it down, the 3 remaining side. Fold it inward and use my iron to hold it. After pressing it, this is how it's looking like. So now I'm going to bring in the shirt like this. You can put it on the left side or on the right side, whichever one you want. So now I'm going to place it this way from the point I want to place it. So I'm just going to place it this way and then top stitch. That's the reason why you are folding it in and using your iron to hold it. So after pressing this way, you top stitch from this point to this point, the 3 areas, and top stitch to this point, and that is it, guys, for the pocket. So the next thing I'll be sewing is the trouser. Yeah, I have these 2 pieces for the trouser here to cut out the front first, and I have my waistline here. I'm going to place my tape like this, 1 inch above the waistline, because I'll be adding 1 inch band to this trouser. So yeah, press it like this and then mark the length of this trouser and then add extra 2 inches or 3 inches for hemming allowance. Okay, just mark the full length of the trouser plus about 3 inches. When you are done sewing, you measure it and then know if you are trimming it out for any reason. So after marking the full length of the trouser, I'll go ahead and draw a straight line like this. So here on the waistline, I'm going to just mark the hip measurement, divide by 4. I added extra 1 inch for ease and 1 inch for sewing allowance. These children are growing so fast, so you don't want to make the trouser too tight. So the same thing I marked on the waistline, I'm going to go ahead and mark it down like this to serve as a clutch extension. You really want it to come down very well because they do wear diaper and you don't want it to be too tight. So I'm going to mark the same thing here on the crash extension, the crash line. Okay, just mark the same thing I marked on the waistline. After that, I'm going to just mark 2 inches here for the crash extension and then go ahead to curve it. So after getting the crash extension here on this point, I'm going to mark the knee measurement, divide by 2. Okay, and here I'll mark the ankle measurement, divide by 2 as well. Then add extra 1 inch for ease and 1 inch for sewing allowance, both on the knee measurement and the ankle measurement. I'll connect the lines and cut it out. So after cutting them out, I'm going to use the front to cut out the back area. So I'm going to place it this way. And make sure that you're aligned together. Okay, so you can see I added space at the upper part. I'm going to just extend this line like this. When I extend it, I'm just going to go ahead and curve it like this. You can see from that point I just curved it to the waist line. Okay, I'm not adding any extra inches. And here at the up, I came up by 1 inch and went ahead to slant it back to the waistline. And that is it, guys. I went ahead to just cut it out, and that is it for the cutting. So guys, I actually lost video of the sewing of this trouser. Just go ahead and follow the exact method for sewing the trouser. After making it, this is what I have. I'm very sorry I lost the video. I don't know why, but I never knew it was not recording at all. So this is the outcome of the trouser. I added my pocket just after stitching them, added my band and added my pocket, and this is the outcome. This guy refused me to video him. He does not like camera at all, but the up and down is very beautiful. You can see how beautiful it is. You can make for your child, you can make for anyone, you can even make to sew. It is very beautiful. You can see the shirt. I added my snap buttons both on the pocket and on the shirt. So yeah, if you have watched it this end, help me like this video and subscribe to my channel, guys. I've been posting more of these videos. See you next time. Bye.